Hello guys, this is Vaish. So December 13th editorial. So here if you see we have important articles like the UAPA anti-terror law, then the patents, evergreening and some related clauses of patenting. And we have one more article here which is the gene therapy for two diseases. Okay, there is the sickle cell anemia and the thalassemia and all two diseases are there. I will show you what it is. So for that UK and US are approving certain new therapies, which is a very big landmark decisions and all, because earlier you need to do bone marrow transplantation for that. So that's why this is a little important. I'll tell you. Okay, here again it's pharma patents and here it is anti-terror law. So if you see, mostly it is like a political plus medical kind of articles today. This is J and K, the 370, which we have already discussed multiple times in August 1 episode, and in September 2 episode it's already there. You can go and see that. This is politics, this is Tamil Nadu's local news, and this is again some online impersonation, some which is not very important for exam. Okay, for interest sake you can read it, else exam it will not help you. So again, this side nothing is there for us to discuss. It's only this side, 3 articles we'll discuss in detail today. Okay, and again we have got lot of messages yesterday of our students who are enrolled to pack 4 and pack 5. Still it's only around, I think, 1/3 of the students who have actually enrolled. So others also who did not know about this. Okay, you will get a hoodie, or you will get a notebook, or you will get a bag, or sometimes all 3 you will get in different phases. It's not like instantly, but we are collecting your details and all the things so that we can deliver it to you. It's completely free for those who are a complete UPSC IAS student. Okay, complete means you are enrolled to our prelims plus mains test series. That is how you are a complete student, because you are learning fully from us. So those people will get it first, and other people who have got like only prelims test series maybe, or only mains test series, for them also we will do it, but after a few months. Okay, so it's the first phase. So you can contact us in WhatsApp, and in the same WhatsApp only we give you details of our test series. Like now 2025 2-year batch is going on, so that you can enroll, or 2024 also it's already closed, but still if you missed out, if you want to study in the last 150 days, you can come and contact. And this is all the current affair packs which you see on screen. This also is very important, no matter which year you are giving exam or which exam you are giving. All India, any exam where current affairs is there, this will help you, and it will cover almost every newspaper in the country. Okay, so contact us in WhatsApp and watch our free lectures also. There are many free lectures. All these things you will know when you watch our foundation video, which is again given on the WhatsApp number. Okay, so now the first article, anti-terror law. This is in context of one journalist. His name is Fahad Shah. He has been given bail now by the Jammu and Kashmir High Court, telling that he was like punished incorrectly, or he was detained incorrectly. Okay, in different clauses he was put inside actually under FCRA, Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, and also under the Indian Penal Code also, and under the UAPA Unlawful Prevention Act. In different sections he was put in jail, and he was not getting bail, he was denied bail. So finally now the High Court has given like telling like it is like a very it's not fair what is done to him. So finally they are telling that they have not only given the bail, but also telling that all the charges should be removed, and only maybe section 13 of the UAPA or maybe one of them will be applicable. Remaining all are simply the police have simply charged it. So that related, some clauses related technical article this is, but I will try to make it simple for you. So High Court has made notable observations on the interpretation and application of UAPA. Okay, UAPA is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. So this is the India's primary anti-terror statute which we have, and this is interfering with the personal liberty of people, which is your fundamental right in the constitution, that is being interfered. So that is the reason these sections are being discussed here. So very detailed you don't have to go, but I'll tell you the gist of it. So the use of UAPA to arrest and detain individuals in fact situations that are either entirely unconnected to actual incident of violence, meaning just by maybe suppose somebody, he's a journalist, he simply posted some article. Okay, then you are simply telling that it is like defaming the country, or it is defaming the ruling party, something like that you tell, and you put him in jail for like unlimited time and not giving bail. That doesn't make sense. So the two sections, if you see this line, the twin feature of UAPA. Okay, twin feature of UAPA is what made Mr. Shah get arrested. So what is a twin feature? One is section 18 and one is section 43D5. So section 18 is like just as I told, just you put an article online, and simply an article you publish, that you are telling that it is like a conspiracy, you are like committing something terror, you are doing something. So a very wide, unimaginably wide net bracket you are putting. There is no proper specification, there is no offense mentioned there. It is simply like you did an article and that looks like it is kind of a very big thing, and then you are being put, meaning the scope is very big in that. Okay, there is no specification. That is one section which is incorrect. Then there is section 43D5, which is again Prima facie, if something is found true. Prima facie something true means it is not even investigated. Simply somebody is caught or somebody is like maybe arrested. Immediately seeing him, seeing his background or something, you just see him and you feel like, okay, this person is like a terrorist or this person is doing something wrong against the country, and you are not giving bail. So that is the twin thing. Okay, one is section 18, which is a very wide one, and one is section 43D, which is like a prima facie, you are deciding something. So these two sections are very harmful, and the government is misusing it. That is what the High Court is telling in the judgment. Okay, and they are reminding the other courts also and other law enforcement agency also that this interference with the liberty is not correct. People have the right to life and right to liberty and all, so this is not correct. So again, section 18 and section this thing, the counsel, the vakil of this person is also telling that will not stand in court. This is all completely unsustainable. Simply by publishing an article, you cannot be called as a terrorist. So such things. So government should look into it. Okay, that simply you don't harm any person. So now the High Court placed before itself an important question. Does this section 43D5 mathematically deny bail in every case? Okay, because as I told, prima facie, simply by looking someone, simply by seeing the situation, will you simply do it for everyone? Like example, someone who is suspected that he is a bomber or some active threat he is, another person who is a shepherd in our borders and all, who has been maybe forced or threatened to give out some information or something. So these two people, as prima facie, you will feel like, okay, both have done something wrong, but will you see them as the same way? Okay, will you treat them on par? If you treat them on par, then that is like questioning your common sense. That is not correct. Okay, it outrages all notions of common sense. So that way you should not simply prima facie. That section itself is questioning. Section 43D5, where prima facie you are making someone a criminal, is not correct. Okay, so High Court and the law agency as well as the court must apply their mind before exercising their powers of arrest and sanctifying further detention. So arrest and detention, you should apply some common sense, apply some mind, and simply don't do. And there should be a proper danger test. I mean, you should see like whether this person is actually threat to the society, or whether if he's like given bail, something drastic will happen. That proper you should do before doing the arrest, or you should restrict the number of arrest. Okay, by doing proper invoking of the needed test. Okay, and what about the compensation? Meaning somebody wrongfully, suppose you arrested, then is there any compensation given later? Or maybe you punish them for maybe 3 years or 5 years. After that you found out that that person was innocent. That time what will you do? Whether that person's life you can give back, or you can give them some money, you can give them some job. Is there any clauses mentioned? UAPA doesn't mention any of this. Okay, so whether this statutory rule UAPA can simply take off your fundamental right, this is the question. Okay, this can directly come as a mains question. Okay, whether UAPA is interfering with the life and liberty of citizens, then comment or give examples or justify. That time you have to write these kind of articles and examples of this journalist. Okay, but there is no need for any revolutionary turn by courts also. Like here, Jammu and Kashmir High Court has told something. Jammu and Kashmir Court actually don't have to tell anything, because our constitution itself is fully written about liberty and everything. So there's no revolution needed now. You just have to implement what is already there. Okay, the state should be made accountable if something is going wrong, because the people have the rights to question the court, and the logic of state's action being accountable to all the questions, this all should be taken seriously. As I told, everything is there. You just have to take it seriously, question the state if needed, and take care of the liberty and right of the people. This is the overall article. There's nothing take away, but here it's full technical and these two sections of UAPA. And in case like a analytical questions, if somebody asks, this will be helpful. Okay, so next time when I discuss a UAPA article, you will get more background on this. Now the next one is patents. Okay, so the basic word patents, trademark, copyright and all this you would have heard. Like suppose you are a scientist, okay, and you are working on some vaccine, like suppose COVID vaccine, you worked like 2 years continuously on that, put your research, put your time, put your effort, everything you put into this, and finally you make this vaccine, okay, COVID vaccine you made. And then after that you will feel like I have put this much effort, I need to make a lot of money out of it. So you will apply for patent, like for next 20 years, my company has patent on it, nobody else can make this medicine, only I will sell this medicine, only I will make this medicine. Okay, so that from his angle maybe it looks correct, but that is not how it works, because the vaccine was needed, like if only one company is making this, you cannot make it reach the entire globe in like immediately. Okay, you have to have multiple producers, multiple productions, multiple people should have the right to know the formula of it, then only the COVID you can control it immediately. Okay, because it's a pandemic. So that is why we have patent laws. Indian patent laws, even though it is outdated, we have something like 1970 patent law is there. So about that we are going to discuss here. Okay, some clauses again in this, it's technical. Okay, so that we'll see. So in the pharmaceutical patent section, which have profound implication for access to medicine, it is important to have clarity so as to precise boundaries of the scope of patent protection, meaning what can be patented, to how long it can be protected, the extent to which it can be protected, all these things about a particular new invention or discovery, that is all mentioned in the Patent Act. So in Patent Act itself, the most important section is section 3. So in section 3, there is section 3D also and section 3I also, both related to judgments we will see today, 2 different cases, and then you will have a better idea. Okay, so here Indian courts have not offered any bright line rules. Bright line rules means nothing very significant. All the rules are very vague and not clear. So till now, our courts or our judiciary or the executive, legislative, nobody has given any proper thing in which which will get patent and which will not get patent. So 2 judgments we will see. The first judgment, if you see, is this one. Okay, you don't have to remember this name and all. In the first judgment of the patents and design related to section 3E. Okay, section 3E, it excludes from protection those compositions that amount to a mere aggregation of their component. Okay, meaning what? Suppose you have a medicine and you got patent for that. Okay, and one more thing, before that I will tell you what is evergreening of patent. Okay, evergreening of patent is suppose you have a medicine, you got 20 years, you got a patent for it. Now what will happen is when the 20th year is getting completed, you are a scientist, you simply make some small change in that. Okay, some formulation, you did something change, and you will reapply for another 20 years so that it stays with you. So this process where you did not do any new invention, you simply made it different naming, different branding, different something, and you made it 40 years thing. So this is called evergreening of branding, which is wrong, which is prohibited by the laws. Okay. So now, suppose like this, you have, suppose 5 medicines you have, or 3 medicines you have, or 4 medicines you have, which is all patented. Everything has patent. Okay. Now what you do is, you simply mix all this. Okay, you have paracetamol is there, Dolo 650 is there. You have 4 medicines of fever. You mix it together and make one single medicine. Okay, one single medicine, and then you apply for that again a patent. So that is not eligible. That is excluded because already you got patent for all this simply by mixing. Okay, those composition that amount to mere aggregation of the components, that is not allowed, and that is what tells in the section 3E. Okay, so section 3E does not exclude from the scope of protection aggregates that are already known. So if any ingredient independently satisfy the requirement for the grant of patent, then it is eligible. Okay, meaning suppose as I told, there are 4 things. Okay, there is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So in this 4, these 3 are already existing medicines, but you invented a 4th medicine which is new, which is eligible for patent, and that you mix with this 3 and then you make a new one, then that is eligible. Okay, out of the components, if at least one, okay, independently, if at least one satisfy the requirement of the patent, then the full composition is also eligible for the patent. This is what section 3E tells. This is one technical thing, so I just wanted to tell you. Okay, so this one you have to produce evidence, and then you will based on the ingredients and composition and all, you will get the patent. This is the first court case, and this is section 3E. Now second one, in Hong Kong and this thing versus assistant of patents, there is a case which is about section 3I. Okay, section 3I is actually as I told, COVID. Okay, we have a COVID disease. So medicine patent I already told you, but what about the testing thing? Okay, we have this different testing, like finding or diagnosis whether you have COVID or not. That testing kit will be there. That also somebody only will discover and invent and all, so that you find out whether you have COVID or not. So that one you cannot patent. Okay, anything which is curative or this diagnostic especially. Okay, this one in human beings or animals which will render them disease free or enhance their economic productivity, meaning letting them know whether they have a disease or not, that testing kit or something you make, that is not eligible for patent as per section 3I. Okay, so whether it specifies a process of making a diagnosis for a disease and the given test is capable of diagnosing a disease, even if it is not defined properly, it would be patent ineligible. Okay, because that if you make it patent, then nobody will even know that whether you have COVID or not. Okay, that you have to release to public immediately. You cannot give it to one company's patentship. Okay, but again, if cannot diagnose a disease, it is patent eligible. Okay, so it's only the diagnose part, as I told you, whatever is written here, that part is patent ineligible, and whether it is for any other purpose like medicines and all, it is patent eligible. This is the section 3I. So because of all this very vague rules and very technical things, we need bright line rules, or the legislative has to come up with better policies, because our patent laws and all are outdated and it's not very clear. So this will help in bringing more consistency and certainty to the Indian patent office's decision making process. It will simplify the decision making process, easier to administer, and would help reduce the burden of the Indian patent office. So this will provide everyone with clarity, the scope of protection will be improved. So all these basic things, okay, it will help not only the scientist, okay, it will help also the civil society people, because they are the ones who will go and protest, right? When something is going wrong against medical companies and all, they will go and protest. So both the inventor and the people who are in the public and the society, both will help understand the boundaries of the law. And then the present mix, if you see, currently what we have, the present mix of lengthy patent prosecution process along with the lack of certainty might not be the best path. Okay, currently what we have is not the best path. So we need a better path, and that is what the author is suggesting. So this will allow the inventors and pharmaceutical companies increase their chance of success in patent infringement litigation. Okay, so this line, if you see, this line is very interesting line where they mixed the legislative, executive and judiciary in one single line. Okay, single sentence. If you see the legislative vacuum, if there is some legislative vacuum, I mean there is no good laws, and the executive also has not satisfactorily addressed the issue, then the judiciary has an important role to play in making its contribution in furthering the public health interest of the nation. So this one line is very interesting, and I have not seen such a line where legislative, executive and judiciary is together addressed. So you should also use such lines so that it will impress the examiner. Okay, so at present, the jurisprudence of Indian law is at a nascent stage. This is the Patents Act 1970. So this one, taking into the conditions and everything, you should try to improve it. This is the overall suggestion of the author. Now the last article, new gene therapy. It's a very small article but technical. Okay, sickle cell disease. There is a disease. If you see, this is our red blood cells. This is the shape of the red blood cells. But sometimes genetically or any reasons you will have the cell convert into this shape. Okay, sickle shape. So this, what will happen is it will start blocking your blood path, or it will cause painful inflammations and many things. And also that disease is called sickle cell anemia. Okay, even if I think bleeding starts and it will not stop. So many problems are there. So this is going to have defective hemoglobin. It's an inherited genetic disease, okay, which you get from your parents. So it inhibits the ability of hemoglobin in red blood cells to carry oxygen, and then they tend to stick together and blocking the blood vessels, causing painful and damaging complications. This is the basic idea of sickle cell anemia. This is not there in your Hindu. I'm just telling you extra information. Same like that, there is this beta thalassemia. This is also an inherited blood disorder in which your capacity to make beta globin is reduced. Okay, so what is this beta globin? Beta globin and alpha globin are together building the blocks of hemoglobin, which is your RBC or red blood cells main part, okay, which carries the oxygen throughout the body. So this thalassemia and the sickle cell anemia, this also, if you see, this is the normal shape. This is the you can tell malformed or disformed thing, which is not fully formed. So that is why both the diseases are kind of same, and this is very difficult to treat. Okay, you need a bone marrow transplantation. You have to find a match donor, like you should match with somebody else. Many things are there. But now a new medicine or a new gene therapy, it's not medicine actually, gene technique it is. So UK's drug regulator approved this particular gene therapy, okay, Casgevy, this one, gene therapy to treat both these diseases. Okay, above the age of 12, sickle cell anemia and beta, they approved. And following that, USA also, their federal organization, they approved the two gene therapy. One is this Casgevy and this one LYFGENIA. Okay, this one to treat the sickle cell anemia. As of now, they have done only for this one disease. UK did for both, and then they are telling by 2024 they'll approve it for the beta thalassemia also. So this is a very big development, because usually these diseases can be cured only through bone marrow transplantation, and it's very difficult to get a donor for all this. Okay, but in this case, it's your own gene. They are editing something and doing, and for that, you know, this CRISPR-Cas9 tool, which prelims back to back 3 years question has come on CRISPR-Cas9. Okay, I think in mains also one question came. There's a gene editing tool. Your gene cell and all is there that you can edit. Okay, the doctors can edit it and make the corrections for you. So like that, if you see these two techniques, one is this life and one is this Casgevy. One is disabling something and introducing something, a new gene. You don't have to worry this detailing. Nobody will ask you a question on this gene therapy, internal things and all. These are both gene editing techniques. Okay, here one is this CRISPR-Cas9 tool, and you're disabling this particular gene. If UPSC prelims question comes, they'll ask directly on this. Okay, this was there in news related to what? You have to tell sickle cell anemia or a gene editing tool or a CRISPR-Cas9. That is the only thing they'll ask. So here you are disabling a gene, and above you are enabling a gene. Okay, you are creating a new gene which will mimic and create proper hemoglobin for you. So both are the gene editing tools, which is now approved in UK and USA partially, and by March 2024 it will become fully, and so that will help treat patients with sickle cell anemia and beta thalassemia, which are both hereditary blood related diseases, and these are all their testing information, not very important, like 28 out of 29 people who got tested recovered, 39 out of 42 people who were tested got recovered, meaning their blood transfusion and their everything reduced. Okay, for 1 year it was all going fine. So that data is given here, but again you will think everything looks good, but there are problems. Okay, there are 4 major problems of this. One is it is very expensive. Okay, then one is only certain hospitals is equipped with this process, this gene editing tool, this stem cell, everything, only few beneficiary will get benefit. Third one is the testing was done only on small number of patients for a short duration. As I told here, 29 patients and here 42 patients, that too for 1 year only their conditions are there. So what will happen? Their side effects, this and all we are still to see. So more testing is required. These are the 4 major problems of this good news which you are seeing. Okay, so here you can see, since both gene therapies are using patients' own blood cells for gene editing, the number of patients who can potentially be treated will be huge, as these treatments do not rely on matching bone marrow donor. So this is a good thing. But after telling the good thing, we are telling 4 bad things also, or 4 negative or 4 challenges also we are telling. This is the conclusion of this article, and so I have tried to make it simple for you. Else if you start reading, it will look like very, very technical and science article. That's why I took the main points and highlighted it for you, and this much only is sufficient, or this much only is needed for you for your exam. Okay, so now again, if you are enrolled to Pack 4 or Pack 5, whichever year, 2022, 23, 24 or next year 2025, no matter you are a full-time Vaishya IAS student, you are eligible for free goodies, and this we will deliver at your home address completely free. Okay, so we have started collecting your details, and in the next 1 month maybe the process will initiate, and you will see a lot of unboxing videos which students are doing across the country. So you try to give your details soon, immediately come and WhatsApp me. And test series 2025, okay, 575-day plan is still going on. Even now we are giving installments and discounts and all, so come and contact us. Even current affairs you can buy, and tell us in comment section whether any more changes you need, or any more improvements you need, or any new lectures you need, because already unlimited lectures are there on our channel. Okay, you can see this: modern history, medieval history, economics, polity, geography, governance, post-independence, everything is there. Okay, so any information you need, come and WhatsApp me in this number and we will take it forward. Okay, and follow us on Instagram also. There you will get a lot of information daily which is helpful for you in not only in your exam, in your life in general as well. Okay, so I'll wind up this. Thank you and have a nice day.